Welcome to another edition of Thunder and Lightning. We are the New York sports show about everything and nothing at all. This is exactly the podcast. Let's rewind it. Let's recycle it back. We are Thunder and Lightning, the New York sports show about everything and nothing at the same time. I had a perfect intro to you tonight, and of course I fumbled it. Nick, you are my Elaine Bennis. What is going on? Chris, what's going on? Thanks for checking in. What's up, Elaine? How's it going tonight?
I mean, that's a great thumbnail that you picked tonight. Just, we're talking about nothing. In my show promo this afternoon, I said, we got nothing. So we're going to talk about nothing because we're the New York sports show about nothing. However, in true nothingness fashion, the show does write itself because now we have things to talk about.
We do have things to talk about.
This is why we don't need to prep anything.
Right. So we did 2 shows last week. Russell Wilson is a New York football giant. Yay, hooray. Go Big Blue was his tagline. So that wasn't really.
Oh, there you go. Nothing even like creative like we came up with.
No, not at all. So he is a New York football giant. But this upcoming week should be a big week, but it's going to be a nothing burger. Starts off with the owners' meetings down in Florida. The coaches, general managers, and the owners all meet up for rule proposals and votes for rules.
Ooh, tush push.
Tush push.
We see the last Betties are mad about the tush push, so they want to ban it. That's what it is.
Yes, because they can't stop it. But in the name of player safety, that'll be probably overturned. But
I don't want to hear player safety because why?
I agree.
Why are they trying to add another week? Like, stop.
Why are we playing another week? Why do we play on Thursdays? Like, I don't want to hear it.
I don't want to hear players
money
safety.
Is
why do we play in every other country, like international, and you don't get 2 bye weeks? Like, I please. The player safety excuse has long run out for me anyway.
Right. For me too. So that's this week. And then also on the 4th, Colorado is having their pro day. So that's going to be interesting. That's going to be interesting to see. That's going to be what like the young kids say, a movie. Obviously, with Prime getting his contract extension for another 5 years. Does Shador have a lights out day? Does Travis Hunter be Travis Hunter and all the other Colorado Buffalo that are looking to make a dream come true in the NFL shine? Obviously, we're more worried about Shador.
Sorry, when is that? April 4th?
Okay. April 4th. So that's going to be fun. That'll be all over our Twitter feeds. That'll be all over Instagram and everything else. So that's going to be interesting. As you can tell, when you see the Giants contingent at all these other pro days, it's okay. It's Shane Tierney, obviously, for quarterbacks. And Shane's right-hand man, Hickey, and all the other bigwigs. I am fully expecting all the Giants bigwigs being there on the 4th.
Oh, yeah.
And seeing what happens. Because Jordan Ron on ESPN said Davis didn't even go to Cam Ward's pro day, which, whatever. We all know by now that you are eat, sleep, and breathing Giants football. You know that them coming to visit here is going to be the end-all, be-all situation. So it's going to be showtime for Shador. I expect nothing less for him to be his shining self that half the media and half the world's going to hate because he's so confident in himself. Unlike
why do people hate that, by the way? Why do people hate a confident person?
I don't get it. It's the rookie needs to know their place and shut up and do their thing. No, we're a 3-win football team. If he's going to bring it and he's going to help Malik Neighbors bring it, give me all the attitude. Give me it. We need that attitude in the New York Football Giants locker room. I don't care. I'm tired
you need those type of people like me. You need those type of people in the world in general.
Right.
Because then you can easily villainize us, right?
Wow. Under 5 minutes, Nikki's already talking herself up like she's the golden goose of everything, which she kind of
Well,
is.
hold on. I do make it very clear that I am confident in the things that
That you
I'm
are.
good at. Like if you asked me to cook you a dinner, I would not be confident in my
I know.
abilities.
I'm busting your chops.
I'm just
Relax.
saying, because people think confident people right away you're arrogant. I think there's a difference between being confident and being
Hmm.
arrogant, right?
Right.
Like, if I didn't believe in myself, nobody would ever buy anything I was selling to them. Like, and that comes across to people, right? And what these athletes are doing, or they're selling themselves at this point, So they have to put it out there. And like we always say, I mean, I probably say it more than you, but you agree with me. The Giants have been lacking some leadership. Okay. Like, so
Right.
I'm okay if we're injecting some of this swag, this Shador swag, this Jameis swag, the Russ corniness will level everybody out. Okay.
The neighbor's swag. We can't forget
The
about
neighbor
that.
swag. Well, that's different swag. That's I'm gonna say whatever the fuck I want to say swag, and I don't give a shit. Now that's my type of people.
Right. Even though we all agreed with everything he did say in those post games
Yeah, but
because we
people
watched
don't
it
like
live.
when you like call it out for some. I don't
Especially the
understand it.
uptight, especially the people that root and work for the uptight New York Football Giants.
Oh my god, they are so uptight. Like I
Chris,
don't
yes,
understand it.
we
Yeah,
need
we
the
need a
aura.
change with aura. Yeah, some swag, some presence when he walks in a room.
And then
But
honestly,
you say that about me. You say I have a presence when I walk in the room.
Nick, I've witnessed it, and you're so oblivious to everything, and it's just like, okay, the whole room, for whatever reason, obviously you're very beautiful and attractive. Let's call that what it is. But there's something more to your personality that whenever you walk into a room and it's people that don't even know you, this girl means business. There's something big about her. There's something like extraordinary about her. Whatever
Yeah,
adjective you want to put.
you keep going. That's fine. Just keep throwing them all out at me. That's totally fine.
But you, for whatever oblivious, don't see it. Obviously, you're in your own shadow and your own mind and everything else with it. But it is a feeling. Yeah, Nikki does have aura. Um, it is something like the first time I ever noticed it, it was like, holy crap, okay, cool. We're just like, all right, this is just Nikki to me, but hey, have at it. You know what I mean? But that's how it is. That's how it's gonna be with Shador. And is it warranted? I mean, I would assume so. He took two college programs from the depths of hell and they made it both irrelevant. And
Right.
people are gonna discredit him because his dad was the head coach to it and everything else like that. But he should put some sort of respect in his name. And he is a very lightning rod, and he hasn't even stepped on the field in an NFL game yet, or drafted by an NFL team yet. So
Would you say that, like, I know he's going to get that whole, well, your dad was the coach, but
yeah, I'm sure he's got
I
it
would,
his whole life, and
well,
his
I'm sure
dad
he's
has
got his whole
coached
life,
him.
but I would venture to guess, and this is only because I coach my niece, right? I was probably harder on her because I didn't
Right?
want people to say,
Yeah.
oh, the coach is your aunt, right? Like I didn't
Right.
want that. And so I think I
Right.
ended up being harder on her. There's probably an element to where he was harder on Shador, right?
For sure. And this is the other interesting thing, but I think Shador is way past that and way above it. This is going to be the first time that Dion isn't coaching him. I'm pretty positive he coached them in high school, obviously in Jackson State, and then obviously at Colorado. So
Right. Right.
it's going to be interesting. But Dion has worked at the TV. He's been in the limelight for over 35 years. So he's
Yeah.
played multiple sports. If there's anybody can teach anybody anything about the business world of sports, it's his dad. So I'm excited to see that because let's face it, all things are pointing that Cam Ward is going number one to the Titans.
Yeah.
So do the Browns take Shador? We will see about that as well. And then that leads us with the best player available. And we'll be jumping up and down for that as well.
Travis
So
Hunter.
Travis Hunter or Abdul Carter. So at the end of the day, we are kind of sitting pretty. Is there going to be nerve-wracking situations the first half hour of the draft in a month? Absolutely. But It's going to be interesting to see. I think Shador, the person, is going to nail every single test that's going to be thrown his way. Can he make those doubters wrong? Can he prove those doubters wrong this week, and then the upcoming meetings and the visits, the top 30 visits around the league? We shall see. Because
how much pressure do you think they feel? Now, he has the benefit of who his dad is to, like you said, coach him through this, and he's kind of prepped for this his whole life. But if you don't have that, how much pressure do you think, or do you think they're just they've been working for their whole life for this?
I mean, of course, the pressure is going to be normal because obviously this is like the SATs, the ACTs.
Fuck those tests. That doesn't determine anything.
But
anyway,
you get what I'm saying. But
I
you're getting the LSATs, the
right.
bar, like the biggest tests in your life for your profession.
Right. Like when I was taking my project management test for construction, I was like, oh my God, this is gonna, yeah. I don't like taking tests. I would have rather
nailed it on the head. Nailed it on the head. His dad may be the coach, but Shador was the one on the field.
Right, but people don't
want to.
They don't want to, they don't want to acknowledge that. People are very like I say, it's selective outrage. They cherry pick the things in their narrative that they want to like get mad about. But to your point about the test, I almost wish, like when I took mine, like you said, like take the equivalent of what's a big test in your career or something, right? And I almost wish they would have just like thrown me out onto a job and said, okay, go run it, and evaluated me that way. So it's like,
I feel the same way because you and me are both are more visual learners and like just take it and run with it, not study for 12 hours and okay.
And I have dyslexia, so it takes me a little bit longer.
Same. Like meeting me in person and then seeing me take a test is two completely different things, and you would think I'm literally retarded, and that is just what it is. But it is what it is. And honestly, with them, it's you prepped, you've done everything, you worked out with Cam Ward, you know these guys that you're working out with,
right?
You should have the time of your life. This is the last time you're going to be playing with your boys theoretically. So light it up.
With it, right? Have fun with it.
Light it up, man.
Have fun with it.
Show your bubbly personality that the whole world either loves or hates, and be you. That's the best way I can say for Shador.
That's what we do every week.
I think that was pretty positive for us. Here. Yeah, for sure.
We show up. Whether people like us or not, we have fun and we just let it fly.
Right. So good luck, Shador. So we're gonna circle back onto the owners meeting, coaches meeting.
Back.
I knew you were gonna hate that one, but here we are. So let's get to the boring stuff first, and then we'll get to some of the photos of the coaches' photos that are gonna be funny and a lot of people are gonna be talking about. Obviously, we're not going to get much out of Brian Daboll, even as much as the beat reporters are going to ask and paw and grab and clutch and tweet badly or positively about it. We're probably definitely not going to get anything out of Joe Shane. He's going to be his robotic self, and he's going to train with the PR people like we saw in Hard Knocks last year. Which is obviously the smart thing, but we know it's going to be the same things over and over.
We got a big issue with those PR people, but anyway, continue.
It's going to be my phone line is wide open. We haven't gotten any details yet. Either way, my line is open. We'll see what happens. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, they're not going to tell us anything.
The wild card is Mr. Mara. He'll all likelihood say nothing but everything at the same exact time. Just like the press conference this year. So let's see what happens. Maybe it could just all be because he's one of the big owners, one of the big figurehead owners that handles the voting of everything and the competition committee. There's the word, competition committee. So I'm sure there's going to be a lot of that. And then they'll sprinkle in some giant questions. Let's see if he takes the bait. We've seen it plenty of times that he probably won't, but I think the Giants, for his liking, has probably done enough for him to be okay right now. Obviously, we all know Obviously,
Once
we
in a
all know.
while, John Mara drops a little nugget, but I don't anticipate any nuggets.
Yeah, I really don't. So, all right, let's have some fun. So, everybody, if you're living on the rock and if you don't have X, Adam Schefter tweeted out a little while ago. Every year, there's an annual coaches photo. We have coaches that are smiling, coaches that are pissed, coaches are like, "Why am I here?" Like coaches I've never taken a photo in my life, type of thing.
I've never smiled before. I don't know how to do this. Like,
I don't know what to do with my hands, like Ricky Bobby.
what do I do? What do I do?
I only wear coach's clothes, and my wife picked this outfit out for
Oh
me. That's
yeah, I'd
always
be
my favorite one.
uncomfortable. Yeah.
So we're gonna go from the funniest ones into the New York football coaches first. So this is an easy one. This is the Sean McVay, the Harbaugh brothers, and our good personal friend who's back in our lives. So they're all cheesing hard. No
Like
shocker
you.
from.
That's like taking a picture with you, cheesing
I
like a
mean,
motherfucker.
cheesing like a motherfucker. McVay always seems like a chipper guy, and he seems happy. We know the Harbaugh
Every
brothers.
time Sean McVay opens his mouth, I'm always, and I know what his voice sounds like, but I'm always shocked by it. Like he just doesn't sound like the way he looks. You know what I mean?
Right. Mm-hmm. And then Pete Carroll, like I mentioned last week, Pete Carroll, he's the oldest coach probably ever. But honestly, he acts like he is Sean McVay's age, our age, because McVay is a year older than me. He acts like our age. So he can coach until, unfortunately, he passes away, and he's always going to have the smile.
Stiff. Looks a little stiff.
Yeah, a little stiff. But when you're next to the Harbaugh brothers, they're alpha males, and they're just gonna dominate room, as you can see with Jim. Jim is that guy. Jim actually, I don't know if you saw the clip, but Jim went into the Mighty Ducks locker room a couple weeks ago, and it was like he was about to take the Chargers out for the Super Bowl, and he probably didn't know 3 guys on the Mighty Ducks. So that's just who Jim is. So good smiles all around. All right, this is the standard. Here we are. This is the Andy Reid in his Hawaiian shirt.
Look at that.
Credit to Big Cat, who does a yearly article about this. He's actually wearing pants this year. I guess when you don't win the Super Bowl, you have to wear mandatory pants. He's looking great.
What are the shoes? Does he have socks?
Those are I wear them to work. I'm not a 70-year-old man, but they are comfortable. They are the Skechers slip-ins. So looking good.
You wear those? Oh my
Occasionally,
goodness.
but they're not the all whites. I wear the blacks. I'm an old man. I'll admit that. All right. New York football coaches, here we go. First one, new head coach for the New York Jets, Aaron Glenn. He has that nice smile. Am I supposed to smile? Am I supposed to give that stern face? That's in between. All right. I'm here. I'm happy to be here. I'm a new football head coach in the NFL. Let's get this thing going. This should be a fun week had by Hall. What do you think?
Yeah, he's giving a little smize. I'm okay, but I'm okay with it. It's smizing is people often ask me how I do it. Like if I'm at a work event, they'll be like, "Can you teach me how to smize?" Right? Like, and you basically you smile with your eyes. And if you're a girl, you might call it something different.
Fuck me eyes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
making love to the camera.
You got to make love to the camera. Our previous show that we were on, I used to get yelled at for eye fucking the camera, but it's just my eyes. It's just how I look at the camera. What can I tell you? And then I was told I was bad for that brand. But anyway.
Okay. And here comes the hello darkness, my old friend. Why am I here? I can't believe I'm still a head coach, but fuck it anyway. I have
had to have this culture win. That's why you're still there.
I have some D's Nuts jokes in my mind. Brian Daboll is known for D's Nuts jokes. Brian Daboll.
Oh my God. Looks like me when you make me do a podcast and I don't want to.
The Ozempic is still working hard. The Pilates is still working hard. I miss Fat Daboll.
I miss Fat Daboll too. I really do.
But look at him. He's like, why am I here? He was all the way in the corner of the photo. let's have some fun. Hello, darkness, my old friends. Hope I don't get fired this season coming up. And I love Dave's. You love Dave's as well. But oof.
He was great his first year, you know.
Yeah.
I
The
thought he was.
way the way they won 6 games 2 years ago, even though it was a detriment to us, it was still commendable. And then last year was last year.
I meant it in terms of media, you know. Like
He's Oscar the Grouch for sure.
Oh my goodness! I thought at first, the first year, the first couple times, I was like, "Hey, like, all right, like he's pretty cool," but he got cranky real quick. I mean, real quick.
Do you blame him? The amount of time and energy and hours spent at 125 New York Giants Way or whatever the address is, and your team sucks. I'm not there, and I watch every minute of every game, and I feel that way. So I can only imagine actually putting in the work doing it.
Well, I could say that. I could see that, and I can say that, like, yes, within the recent years. But I'm talking about even the first year. After a while, he was getting to the podium and just like, "What do you guys got? Go!" Like
we hear the questions, and we nailed it on the head.
Questions are great. I'm not saying the questions are great. I understand why they get irritated, but that is a Giants PR problem. That's a Giants fault that they don't let new blood into that press room. God forbid they let anybody in that's not legacy media and won't follow their narrative. Like if you're ESPN and you don't follow the narrative they want, it's okay. But if you're on NJ Sports or you're Nikki, you're not allowed to. You got to take your stuff down. You got to play their game.
Remember when we nailed it on the head that they were going to bring up Belichick within like the first 3 weeks of the season? We nailed that one. That was fun.
I love his girlfriend trolling him. Like, wasn't she like 5 when that Super Bowl happened? How old is she? 25?
Yeah.
She's celebrating the 328 day. Like, she's a Falcons fan, but like.
No, she's not. The whole point is somehow Bill got the championship shirt from Africa, and she wears it.
She wears it all the time.
I know.
She doesn't know anything about the game, right?
Oh, Nikki, come on. We don't know that. You of all people shouldn't be throwing that.
No, I'm saying, wasn't she like 10 years old?
She was probably in high school.
How old is she? She's like 24, 25. Right?
24, 25. So roughly 10 years ago. Yeah.
Okay. I'm just saying she was probably.
The whole thing's weird. I know.
8 years old. Like, okay. I mean, come on. The whole thing is fucking strange. How old is he? 70?
71, 72 range.
24 and 72. I mean, get it, Bill, if you can get it. I just, personally, I don't know that I could overcome certain things on a 72-year-old man.
Loose skin, old balls, gross.
But maybe
honestly,
maybe on the TB12 diet, and maybe things are okay.
He does look slim. He does look slimmer down.
He does look slimmer.
I mean, you got to put up with the 25-year-old. You're gonna have to lose some weight and do some things. The other thing with that, the whole thing with that is the whole thing is weird. We don't know what's true or not. Apparently, she's basically his agent right now. She has to be CC'd on every email, both personnel and marketing wise. That seems pretty weird. So
really,
yeah, that was the article a few weeks ago to it. Yeah.
Okay. So basically, the relationship is just one big PR stunt.
Duh.
I mean, I'm just letting the people know.
No.
Because there are people out there who, are stupid.
That's going to be in the territory, oh man, love is dead, when sarcasm when they break up or something. And it's like, oh man, love is dead.
Love is yeah. It was dead on arrival. Let's just put it that way.
Okay, yes, but you're killing the joke.
I'm not killing the joke. I mean, there's people who think they are like legitimately like gonna get married and stuff. Like, stop. Like,
that's weird. But like the day when Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift break up, that's another oh man, love is dead tweet. Oh shucks. Hate to see it.
I can't wait for that because she's gonna release a banger of an album off of that breakup.
Baby, it's gonna be such a banger.
I can't wait. I hope they break up tomorrow.
So you're gonna have like 45 diss tracks, and you're gonna listen to all of them. Ugh. Remember listening to that one album that you made me listen to last
I
one?
didn't make you listen to anything.
I wanted to be part of the
Yeah,
joke.
let's just clarify. I didn't make you do anything. I didn't make you listen to anything you didn't want to listen to. You asked what I was doing that day. I said the new Taylor Swift album's out. I'm listening to it.
Yeah, it was fine. I wouldn't be going to any concerts right anytime
You
soon.
liked a couple songs.
I did a couple of bangers.
You liked a couple songs.
She just jumps all over the place. And like one song, I'm going to be poppy and cool, and the next song going to be like depressed and country.
Her shit is kind of depressing though.
Beyond it, but yeah. So I miss Bill's photos and in those things. Bill's being Bill, and it's like.
Well, you got Brian Dable to kind of. Was anybody stiffer or more miserable than Brian Dable? Like
did not look it. Did not look it at all.
It just looks miserable. You know, he should be happy. He got Mr. Unlimited. You got Jameis in there. You got Tommy Cutlets.
I will say this.
What?
As much as we like to make fun of Daboll because of the situation right now, he does have a very clean dap with players for a white guy. He definitely has one of the cleanest daps for a white guy in league history. If we go through the videos, social media, he's dapping up players, and you hear the pop. It's nice and crisp and clean and flawless at it. He's not disappointing. Like you could tell when people, white guys in particular, watch it, and everybody's like, "Dude, you botched that," and you're like, "Oh, damn it!" But Dabes will be never messing those up. So I will give Dabes that.
I didn't know that was something you were focused on and evaluating.
No, I'll be honest. El Jefe from New York Revival brought it up a couple weeks ago. I forgot which signing, but yeah. And then we saw it with Russ the other day, and we're like, yeah, he really does have the cleanest step for a white guy.
So. I mean, so he should be smiling.
You would think. Maybe
he's a miserable guy because he's on Ozempic and he's hungry, I think.
Definitely. And then he has Simon and Garfunkel in his head playing on repeat, so that gets annoying.
What?
The Hello Darkness, my old friend, Simon Garfunkel.
Oh, I thought you meant the anxiety song that's taking over social media by storm, and I need to get it off my feed. If I hear this song one more time, I'm just everything. I cannot handle that song.
What's up, Nick? How's it going tonight? So, yeah. So that's the New York Football Giants aspect of things. Look at us. We still found a way to talk about the Giants in 30 minutes. Look at you.
What? So this is the extent of it. You tell me what time to show up, and there's like a sentence of what we're going to talk about, and then it's just turn the camera on and go.
So this is where the fun begins. This is where you dictate to me where do you want to go on the big board of things that we threw at the text message today, and see where it goes.
All right. Well, I think we should go chalk.
Yeah, we should go chalk. So first time since 2008, you said?
Yep, 2008. Yeah.
2008, all the number one seed. That's kind of weird and crazy to even think about. Wow.
I know.
Since 2008, that all the number one seeds have gone to the Final Four. And honestly, let's face it, as much as we love the underdog story in all these games, this year just wasn't the case. And we're going to get three. We're hopefully getting 3 very, very good classic type of games. So it's going to be fun. I'm hoping for Florida and Duke. I'm still in third place in my money pool. So that'd be very nice. Unfortunately, I was number one for up until today. So I have an uphill climb to go since Michigan State and Tennessee both lost today. So see, I didn't go chalk. And it burned me for the first time since 2008. Okay.
To be fair, it's It's a rare thing that happens. Um, and the funny thing about an all chalk Final Four is there are people out there who don't watch like we do. It's like we almost pick the upset. Like you try to find that upset and pick it. Where some people are like, I'm just gonna pick all the ones because I don't know any better, right? So it's
I was
almost
literally
like,
going to do it. And I was like, I can't do that.
right.
That's
Yeah,
not
I
fun.
know. It's like, oh, you want to do it. And then you're like, no, I can't do that. Like amateurs do that, right? Like that's how I
Mhm.
felt about it. But if there was any year to go chalk, I feel like this was probably the year you were going to do it. And I know a lot of people are mad. They're like upset because they
They get mad
wanted,
over everything. And then until the 3 games were hopefully classics, all 3 should be
they're
classics.
going to be good. I mean, you have 4-1s going at it. I mean, how do you think those games aren't going to be good? They're going to be good.
And you get to see Cooper Flag for at least one more time, maybe 2. And Florida has been a great team all season.
Yeah.
Houston's been running it up like nobody's business.
Yep.
So, and then Auburn's been Auburn all year long. So, two SEC teams, an ACC team, and an American. Right? They're still an American. Pretty sure they're still an American. I lose track of all the conferences nowadays, but I'm pretty sure they're still an American. I could be completely wrong.
Uh, I think it's going to be great. I think it worked the way it was supposed to work this
Yeah.
year, right? The 4 that are supposed to be there are there. It's kind of like the Super Bowl, right? Like it should have been the Chiefs and the Eagles. Like it kind of worked out the way it was supposed to work out. I love a good underdog story. Like the year the Giants went to the playoffs, Brian Dable's first year. We're not supposed to be there. We can't do it. We're there. Like everybody loves that story, but I'm okay with having 4-1s. I'm okay with it because
Oh, they moved into. Oh, I'm sorry. Where?
what?
Oh, I'm sorry. They moved to the Big 12. I forgot. Big 12 basically died, and they're like, all right, let's pick everybody up. Vinny, G-Men, thanks, Vinny. I love the photo. Thanks for the nice comment the other day on last week's show. We're doing all right. Checking in. Thanks for checking in. We had a little fun, big week for the Giants brass. Let's see what happens with that. We're talking about NCAA now and all the other fun stuff that happens
Pull
in
up
New
the
York
Brian
sports.
Dable picture one more time for the people who've just joined us. We just wrapped up making fun. There you go. I mean, I need that for a meme. That's just that really looks like me when you make me talk about the draft endlessly. That is going to be my face for all of April until we get to draft night, until you break into my house.
Until I break into your house and don't want to leave. Yep. All the fun stuff.
Meanwhile, the whole time you're complaining, I want to leave because I don't want to hit traffic. But okay.
That attitude.
I'm just saying. I mean, to be fair, us going either way, like no one wants to sit on the Belt Parkway. It's not easy to get to each other. Technically, we don't live like across the country or
so
anything.
annoying. We
But
could
it's
probably
really
swim faster some days.
probably, absolutely.
Then we're all gonna need tetanus shots, but yes.
Yeah, for real. Like I would, yeah. No, I guess I'll take my chances sitting on the Belt Parkway. By the way, if you're going to sit on the Belt Parkway for a friend, that's a real friend.
Yes, you are a real friend. I'm a real friend.
I'm just saying because I think maybe people haven't done that before. It's different if you're doing it for work or a family obligation. Putting that, or you got somewhere to go, take that out of the equation.
Yeah.
Just for a friend, that's a friend because that is miserable.
I agree with you. So, March Madness been fun. Finally, someone in our pool is not gonna, not named you or me, are gonna win it.
Hey,
congratulations to the people that are in contention for that. And Nikki will send you the prizes this year.
yes.
So, anything else? Oh, that's right. You didn't reply to my text this morning at 2:15 in the morning last night. A new head coach for your Villanova Wildcats, Willard. The drama has finally ended, and he is your new head coach. So, good stuff with that. Excited. I mean, he was a great coach for. He was a great coach for Seton Hall. Great coach for Maryland. The way he ended Maryland was not the right thing to do, but it is business at the end of the day, and that shit always happens. And unfortunately, it came at the worst time possible for that basketball team. So, yeah.
Well, I mean, listen, he answered in at that press conference. He gave the coach speak equivalent of a answer, no comment type thing. So I am excited. I know the rumor has been swirling for a few weeks now, and it just is what it is. Like Maryland, I guess, is going to have an uphill battle because no coach, no AD. There's kids in the transfer portal. So I don't know. That was not a great, last showing that they had. So I'd assume the whole Nova thing was a distraction, but I don't know. We're not there. But I am excited. I been real Kyle Neptune, but you got to go.
Yeah, you got to go. So let's see what happens. I'm sure half of the Maryland basketball team will be Villanova Wildcats. That's usually what happens with the transfer portal in sports and college the last couple of years, especially with NIL. As for St. John's news, after the getting bounced last weekend, RJ Lewis, who had an absolutely awful game to end his St. John's career, he was the Big East Player of the Year as well. He's going to try to take his talents to the NBA, and he put his name in the transfer portal. So let's see what happens with that. So that will be a big blow for St. John's in the upcoming season. Hopefully, for St. John's sake, he is going to be going pro. All likelihood, he probably would. I can't really see him not getting drafted in the first 2 rounds because the basketball is a lot different from all the other sports. Every other sport would be, oh yeah, he's a no-brainer, but NBA is a completely different animal because you can be playing all over the world. You can be a high school kid playing in the G League, so it is going to be a wild card, and I would love to see him getting drafted. So good luck to RJ, who had a phenomenal year, and he's going to parlay it to a fruitful career. So hopefully he doesn't have to go into the transfer portal and leave. And Zuby is back. He said he's going to be coming back for his senior year, so it's going to be fun.
There's that. You get another chance. You get another shot at it, right?
Yeah, as long as you got Patino, that's all that matters. So,
they had a good year. You have to be proud of what they did. They got
and I fully expect the Big East to be the Big East again, even though it was a little down this year. Let's call it what it was, but let's see it next year when everybody's going to be gunning for them. So there's that.
That is that.
Knicks clinched the playoff spot. Congratulations to them. We've been dying with them every moment of second this season.
Yes.
Big news. We won again today. But Jalen Brunson is able to participate in physical activity. So we have like 7 games left, 6 or 7 games left. Let's see if he plays a couple games to get the engines going before the playoffs. I know we have a tough stretch to end the season, so it would be a very good test for him to bounce back and play those 48 minutes that we're going to need in April and May. So hopefully the captain bounces back soon because clearly we're missing him. The Knicks do look good. OG has 6 games that scored over 20 points, has been catalyst with that. We have Kolik, who's been a assist machine, recently getting roughly 8 assists the last couple of games, which is great to see. He's had to play because all the point guards are hurt. So let's hopefully with our RJ. Hopefully with Brunson coming back now and rested theoretically, that means a big playoff run and a playoff push for the Knicks that no one expects us to actually do, getting past the second round. So that would be fun to see.
The stress, but yes, fun stress, I guess.
That'll be fun doing post-game shows with you, those games. That would be fun.
Will it? We'll see.
Probably not.
I mean, we've done a lot this week. We might have to cool it a little bit, working me to death. You're working me like
Yeah,
as a
I'm working you to death. Yep, that's it.
You do tell me like you should do a reel about this. Like you do.
Yep. Test
I don't
Danny.
have a dog that I can walk and just do a voiceover. So,
I did one of those. Dog's
you
head.
should have got it when
You have
taking
different. Oh, you know what? I don't want to hear it. You have different assets.
I have what?
Different assets to handle the workload for a dog.
They have different assets. Oh, uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. Yep, yeah. You're doing it
well,
right.
I don't walk and do it, so
yeah. Well,
I just sit in the car.
Just sit in the car.
She's gonna have to do walking baby stroller bets soon.
Yeah, she's gonna have to do that. But you do female Larry David videos.
I guess. Just annoyed at the world most of the time.
So baseball started. The Yankees are literally
Yankees fans are everybody's all up in a tizzy. Well, actually, it's everybody but Yankee fans are all up in a tizzy.
Yeah,
acting like this bat is illegal or something.
I mean, it's kind of a very smart idea. I highly doubt it's illegal. It looks illegal and sounds illegal when you first hear about it. But so apparently, one of the analytics departments, bunch of Yankees, Anthony Volpe being one of them, their rate to hit the barrel of the bat was skyrocketed and just like cost them a lot of hits. So like, why don't we bring the barrel of the bat down a little lower, and that he could be a little bit more productive? And it's looked that way so far because the Yankees have the first 3 games of the season have scored the most runs in baseball history. They're just hitting batting practice. They hit 3 home runs on the first 3 pitches yesterday and scored 20 runs. They had multiple home runs again today. So they were literally and figuratively the Bronx Bombers. So it's about with the thing with the Yankees is they always start hot, then they'll get in the lull and they'll be okay and just have enough to make a playoff run. So it's not surprising, and it's Aaron Judge being Aaron Judge. 3 home runs on Saturday. He hit another one today, I believe. So, yeah, it's all about the pitching when it comes to the Yankees. Let's be real about that, and they were awesome. From being a Met fan with the whole bat situation, it's like, okay, all right, that's a little weird. I'm not saying bad or good. It was just like, why don't more teams think about that? So it's gonna be
that's why everybody's upset. It's like the tush push. Everybody's upset because it's like they didn't think about it. So they're mad. So let's it's illegal.
Well, watch next week. Half the league has those bats, and we'll see what happens.
Well, maybe they should have thought.
And then
about it
if it's what happened this week with the Yankees, and it's gonna be like that, I'm all for offense in baseball. It means more fun.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's go.
Dude, I'm all for steroids. I'm all for juice.
I am too.
You're never going to hear me.
You're enhancing drugs. Let's do it.
You'll never hear me complain about A-Rod or Barry Bonds or Sammy Sosa or Mark McGwire, because that was like the year of like, oh my God, I love baseball. So there you have it. So
yeah, I think I was in 8th grade when that was. Was I in 8th grade? High school? Middle school?
Yeah. I was, I was in 6th. I was definitely in middle school. So, and then the Mets.
Middle school here is 7th and 8th grade. Was middle school for you 6, 7, and 8?
Yeah, my district was 6th, 7th, and 8th. So.
Got it.
And then the Mets lost 2 out of 3. I know you don't care. The Mets lost 2 out of 3. Yeah, they just couldn't get the bats going. Soto looked okay. Unfortunately, opening day struck out to end the game. I'm not worried yet. It was really funny though. Everybody on social media, like the Mets and Yankees are like that sibling rivalry.
Yeah.
So it's going to be an all-time year, especially considering that Soto left the Yankees to come to the Mets. So whenever Soto hits a home run or does something good or bad, it's everybody's going to hear about it. And I already got text messages on opening day. Granted, they were playful, but it was funny. It's okay. I get it. So that's really all I'm going to say about that. And let's see what happens with the when the Mets head to Florida for the Marlins. So interesting tidbit with the Marlins was they're the first team to the first team since 1924 to win their first 3 games on walk-offs. And it was funny. It was against the Pirates this go around, and then 1924, the Pirates were the team to give it up the last time. So it must be 100-year cycle for the Pirates to give that up.
Interesting.
Start the season. See, sports. We're not all about
That's
boobs
reality
and
TV.
reality TV and everything else and fart jokes. So that's that. So
Oh my
Nick, how was your weekend? How was your cupcakes for your dad's birthday? Happy birthday, Dad. I've never met you and I've still called you Dad. Hopefully that's not weird. But happy
maybe a
birthday,
little
Dad.
strange, but no.
Anybody else will not think it's strange, but you and your family probably will, because hopefully not the rest of your family are as cranky as you. So they definitely, hopefully, thought it was playful.
Well, let's just correct that right now. My mom is not cranky. My dad's pretty cranky. My sister, Rachel, the fan favorite, she's pretty cranky. So,
So that means he
very
definitely
much
didn't like that. Great. If it was your mom, I would be, if I said happy birthday, Mom, your mom would be like, oh, that's nice. Someone loves
My
me.
mom is very, very nice. She's a very, very nice person. I almost don't understand how she can be so nice.
Especially living with you and Rachel and your dad. I mean,
yeah, I don't.
Someone has to do it.
Lexi's not too cranky. My brother's half cranky, but cranky meters.
Where if in my rankings, since you know me the best, where would I fall in line in the crankiness in your family?
I'd actually put you like above my mom. You're pretty. I mean, you're really nice. Like you're pretty nice, and you're not like you're cranky, but like I feel like it's warranted. Whereas like I just everything and everyone irritates.
Yeah, you're so annoying. Like the other day when you had a vent to me, I'm like, all right, before we start, is this just Nikki or you have a legit gripe? And I'm like, let me judge. Just tell me and let me judge.
What was I venting to you about? Oh, work. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what friends are for, right?
Pretty warranted. I get it.
I think it was warranted. What I told you, I think it was warranted. So my dad was very happy. If you guys watch my IG stories, he's just like, he loves like good baked goods. He loves his sweets. He likes to like sit in his nice recliner and watch sports. Okay. And like basically generally like let him just watch his shows, right? And eat his ice cream. And so I got him cupcakes and they had all the flavors that he likes. And in that moment, all that mattered was the cannoli cupcake. Everything else be damned, everyone else be damned. And that was it.
Okay.
He's a I really like not sure where I got any of my mom in me, but like my dad is he doesn't need a lot of fanfare. Like I even told you, so he's not the type to like hang out long, right? Like it's like, thanks for the birthday. Thanks. Basically just want the cupcakes. Like, thanks for the cupcakes. Thanks for the present. Like doesn't need like a whole.
That's how I am too. I'm like that too.
Listen, you know what I get from my dad? The show up late, last to be there, first to leave, and hit it with the Irish goodbye. I do that all the time.
Yeah, Irish goodbye is the way to go.
Yeah, because I'm not saying goodbye to him. I already said hi to you. Like, no, I'm just gonna slide out the door.
The Italian goodbye is absolutely painful.
Oh my god, the Italian goodbye takes 5 years.
It's like, all right, did we already say goodbye? Okay, great.
And you can't. And so that's how my mom is. If I'm just leaving the house, like if I go there for whatever, some family stuff.
So you got to say I'm leaving in a half hour, but
yeah, I do. I start saying I'm leaving because then it's like, well, take food home, pack it up, put it in the Tupperware. You got to do that whole thing, and then you got to say goodbye at every step of the way, and then out to the car, and then roll the window down, and still goodbying and still talking, and I'm just like, I can't do it. I don't understand it.
Other than my look and my last name, that the Irish goodbye would probably be the third on my list of being the 50% Irish.
Yeah, I'm half Irish. I'll show up late. I'm last to show up, first to leave. That's it.
And I guess good storytelling. I guess people say we're funny, so that would be good. So
We're funny. So
I'm
yeah, all
glad.
in all, that was good. Dad had a good birthday. He's 65 today. So my mom's, trying
Whoa.
to work. They're redoing the house, and she's trying to work them. And my mom's name is Lisa, and he was like, no, he's like, Lisa, I'm not breaking my fucking balls for you today. It's my birthday. So if anyone wants to know where I get my direct personality from, it's him.
I get it. I feel you. Happy
But my
birthday.
parents have been together a really long time, and so they irritate each other. But it's kind of funny to watch.
I hear that. I know that. I live it.
Your
So I
parents
get
been
it.
together a long time.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna be 38 this year, so gonna be 39, and then add 4 or 5 years before that. So
Right, exactly. Yeah, like my parents been together since they were teenagers. Like,
yeah, mine was college.
so I think they do everything together, but they irritate the hell out of each other at the same time.
I feel that. with real wife and podcast wife, I feel it.
Oh my God! Listen, you
See, I
irritate
had it. I
people.
had to throw the dig. I had to throw the dig.
You
Relax.
just had to throw the dig. I mean, you do irritate me too. This is not
I
just
know.
one way
I,
street.
I
Like,
know I do. I know exactly when I irritate you. You'll go on your story and you call me nice Danny. You're very Trumpian with that. That's
I'm
what I know.
Trumpian.
You're very Trumpian when it comes to that. When I know you're
Well,
mad at
I
me.
just think it's because people see nice guy. Here's the thing. Again, we started the show with it. It's easy to villainize a personality like mine. Oh, Nikki's a bitch. Nikki, you're so mean to Danny. He's such a nice guy. He's such a nice guy. Sometimes it's like, you know what? You're not that fucking nice, okay? And this is the shit you say to me. So sometimes you just got to put it out there. It's real
That's
easy to clip up the shit that I say and be like, what a bitch she is. I know that's like a reality TV producer's dream.
I
But
know. I wish we had a real producer to actually do that. But
yeah, I
yeah,
know. Somebody, let's go. Let's
for
wait,
free.
what did they do when Dion went over? They were like, we don't have money, but we will have money to pay you in 5 years. So same applies here.
Help us
Get us
get
one
rich.
brand
Help.
deal and we're all set.
Yeah, get us one brand deal and some sponsorship, and let's rock.
All right. Well, tell me about your rockin' weekend because I know you went to American Dream yesterday. It's right by MetLife. I want to know
It's
if
across
like
the street from MetLife.
yes, like how did you feel driving in there?
Well, the traffic. Hold on. Let's see what Vinny.
Oh,
Wow, crazy.
Vinny's
Oh, happy birthday.
dad's birthday's today. Happy birthday. They've been together since he was 6 in his 40s now. I get it. I'm 40 and my parents been together forever. So also my parents are opposite. My dad's like type B,
Yin
my
and yang.
mom's very type A. She's very scheduled and my dad is
Yeah,
not. So
I'd probably get along more with your mom.
you and my mom would get along
I wouldn't
like
know how to butter your mom's biscuits. So
famously, like that you guys would really get along and you'd probably get along, but my dad, like, it's like dealing with me. So
yeah, no, I'm not saying that. I would definitely get along with both your parents, but I
okay,
would
back to
definitely
American Dream. Let us know how
American
you
Dream.
felt just that drive.
Well, the drive, cross
How long
Bronx,
did
like
it take?
cross Bronx, like
All
always.
Friday into
So,
Saturday.
so it was exactly like going to Giants, MetLife Stadium. Traffic very minimum, cross Bronx, like always.
Right.
And then once you get over the GW, it's like, oh, I'm in Jersey. So that was fun. Then I see that air conditioning unit. I'm like, oh, Johnny, look, that's where the Giants play. Because he was excited because he's like, they were going to see Sesame Street and Paw Patrol.
It was their birthday, right? Or one of the kids. One
Oh,
kid's.
Anthony's last week and Johnny's is in April. And my
Okay.
in-laws are leaving tomorrow, Monday, if you're watching it on Monday. So they're not going to be up for Johnny's birthday. So that was their idea of a birthday present for both of them. So we're like, okay, sounds good. So yeah, going there was the normal. I'm like, oh look, MetLife Stadium. We've been on the field before since I took them on the field for season ticket perks. They remembered it, so it was
The
pretty
only
cool.
perk you get.
the only real perk I got. Um, and then so that was cool. They have a Sesame Street like store thing, like an interactive like playground type of thing, and like different interactive things. We were there for 2 hours. That could have easily been a half hour, 45-minute thing tops. But we had to meet. We had to see Big Bird and everything else like that. So they took a picture with Big Bird. It was actually Big Bird's birthday, real thing. I didn't realize it was a thing. But we went to Big Bird's birthday yesterday. We sang happy birthday.
Oh, Big Bird has a
Um,
birthday. How old is he? 200
I,
years
I
old.
didn't
Like,
I didn't ask. Over 50. But they took a picture with Big Bird. They had fun with that. And then the
did you take a
Nickelodeon.
picture with Big Bird?
I did not take a picture with Big Bird. I don't think I took a picture with Big Bird. I
Would you
don't
would you have
recall.
been cheesing, or would you hit him with the Brian Dable?
I would probably do the Aaron Glenn.
The smize, the
Yeah,
I'm
all
not sure if I
right.
should smile. I'm not sure what to do here. There's a
Yeah,
big stuffed bird that has a person in it, and I don't know what to do.
yeah. Uh, for as excited the boys were, they were pretty good. So
Do they cry when there's like because some kids get upset when there's like a
Anthony didn't yesterday, but the first few times like birthdays and stuff, Anthony did like freak out a bit, but now he's good. So here's the fun. Remember how we always joke about going to stores like theme stores, like amusement parks?
yeah.
So we get suckered into going to the Sesame Street store. They had customized mugs. We found
Oh,
Johnny with no problem. You would think in Bergen County we would have zero problems finding Anthony. Unfortunately, Anthony was sold out.
well, that's because everybody's named Anthony.
So we're like, where the hell is Anthony? Come on, we're in Bergen County. Come on, we're in New York, New Jersey area. Come on, that is the most popular name. And then Nicole goes, hey, once you're done, right? And then the lady was like, yeah, unfortunately. So he has a I love Cookie Monster, I heart Cookie Monster. It could be worse.
Okay. I mean, there are worse. There are worse
He's
things.
still young enough.
At least his
He's
name would have been there. You know,
yes, not you, but yes.
not me. You know, mine wouldn't have. But
Thankfully, he's still young enough that it didn't matter. Next year or in a couple years, we
it's gonna
probably
matter.
would have mattered. But he was okay with it because he can't read, so it's okay.
He how
So,
old is he? 2?
yeah, he just turned 2.
Yeah. I mean, he
Uh,
doesn't know what's going on.
he has no idea. So that was cool. We could have probably done that in a half hour, be done with it, knowing how we are like to do. Like, all right. Then we went to the Nickelodeon amusement park. It was pretty cool. That's probably where I would have spent more. Like, I probably would have. We would have done that more than the Sesame Street thing for sure. And there was a bunch of rides. There was like all Nickelodeon themed character rides and stuff. So that was pretty cool. Um, there was a couple of Jungle Gym things that we did with Paw Patrol, so that was cool. Me and Johnny rode a couple rides, and my wife rode a couple with Anthony and Johnny as well. So it was fun. Maybe next time we might do the water rides.
I was gonna say, did you do the water rides? No.
No, not this go around.
Okay.
It was very hot because it was actually a nice day, so
It's
the
very
sun
nice.
was shining through that plain glass window. So it was the greenhouse effect, and that was pretty hot. Not gonna lie, but it was good. We had a fun time. Then we went to Toys R Us. They reopened Toys R Us there. That's the only place.
Oh my goodness! They had a field day in
So
there.
they got they grandma got them one toy each.
Everything.
So
Oh, one each. Okay. All right.
it was good. Fun by
Okay.
all. And then they didn't want to leave, so it felt
course not.
like taking my drunk cousin to go home after a Giant game. After a Giant loss, go figure. Both of them whining and crying and like pissed that they're leaving. So leaving MetLife Stadium was normal as always. Being disappointed at the end and not losing my shit at someone because of traffic, but traffic was Jersey traffic going over the GW on a Saturday.
Did you drive? Did you drive?
Yeah, I drove both ways. So
Okay. So door to door, what was it? 2 hours?
Yeah, roughly hour and a half, 2
All right,
hours.
but I mean, you tell us all this, but what did you eat? Like Big Bird birthday cake? Like what? Like what was the deal? I can only imagine.
No, we got Wetzel's pretzels. We got pretzels. It was next to Sesame Street, and then we went to the diner. When we got home. So
And you had your chicken finger dad tax on top of your dinner, or
no, we didn't get chicken tender.
oh,
Johnny, for whatever weird reason, wanted personal pizza
from the
instead of
diner?
hey, you're gonna want grilled cheese. No, 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 this is fine. This is fine. No, no, no. Pizza comes out. I don't want this. So we had a pizza, little miniature pizzas for all of us to
Why did
share.
you do that? Like I literally, like I could not
So
even.
yeah. So we
I
had to
wouldn't-
order a grilled cheese on top of the pizza. So
Why do you even listen to that? Because you know kids are full of shit.
I'm with you. I'm
I
100%
would have
with
just
you.
been like, no, you can
It
cry
was just
about
like
it.
going to
You get
Wetzel's
grilled cheese.
Pretzels. It was just like going to Wetzel's Pretzels, and they have like Slurpees. And my wife lost a lapse of judgment and was okay, and she ordered two of them for both boys, and they were like
Ooh,
huge.
I know that shit cost you like $30 right there.
I'm like, are you and I go to the
Whole
lady,
family
that's
do
the
that.
small? I'm like, that's the small? Well,
That's
I'll get to it.
why. That's why there's so many like people who are unhealthy in this country.
So
No way they drank all that. The kids take like a sip and then they're done.
let me finish. Kids being kids, by
Spit it.
accidentally, one Anthony knocked his over,
Oh
cracked
my!
it all over the place. Rather annoying, yes, but thankfully he didn't drink all of that, so we we kind of dodged a bullet there. And then Johnny Nicole was like, "All right, Johnny, you had enough there. We're done."
I could not do it. I just could not be a
They
parent. I
were
would
they were.
lose my mind.
I give them a solid B plus on their actions, on being over hyper and focus and being. They were good.
Well, I mean, you
They
had them
got
hopped up on slushies and pretzels and um, you know, pizza and
yeah.
whatever else. I just wouldn't even listen to these kids anymore. I would just be like, you're getting a grilled cheese. You're not gonna fucking like whatever the hell you think you want to eat today. Like I would. Oh my god, I'd be a bad parent. I just would not. I don't know. Just then sit there and cry about it. Like sit in the car then for all I care. Like I
Oh
just
yeah,
would just not do it.
that was
Which,
the
by
other
the
thing.
way,
He didn't
last
want
week
to.
my sister had to do that with the little one when we were at my dad's lunch. The little
Yeah,
4-year-old was she's crazy. She was
yeah.
acting up, and
So
my
you know
sister
how it
looked at
is.
my brother-in-law and
It's the same exact thing.
she was like, either I'm taking her out or you're taking her out. And she took her out and she didn't come back. It was one of those days. Like,
Yeah,
that was it.
no, definitely. So
That was it. No
wow,
kids, six
6
godchildren. It's
gotcha.
nice to leave. Yes, that's why
So
I love being
you're
an
the fun
aunt.
uncle. You're funkle. It's cool.
Yeah,
So
that's why we like the aunt and uncle life because I just don't know how you guys do this like day in and day out and just the not the rigmarole and just like they're always having a meltdown over the dumbest shit like
yep, you're built different.
and then like whatever they had a meltdown about today won't bother them ever again like I just don't understand kids like
For sure.
I just can't do it like if you gave me like a 15-year-old I could probably start there but these little kid things no like and then you got to waste your weekend after working all week and be like let's go see Big Bird it's like who gives a shit right
Yeah, definitely.
I'm mad you didn't take a Big Bird selfie.
Honestly, I was running all around this freaking jungle gym. Taking a picture with Big Bird was last on my
Right.
mind.
All right well did you have Sunday dinner tonight did you go to your parents
No, we had a final farewell dinner with my in-laws. Um, my mother-in-law cooked her very good, nicely thin chicken cutlet, and we had
Oh, you had chicken cutlets tonight. Okay,
we had chicken cutlets,
breaded chicken cutlets.
of course. And then we got spaghetti with vodka sauce.
Oh my god, I can't. Did you do the whole garlic bread thing? And
No, we didn't today.
side?
We didn't.
Okay.
I did not have dessert yet. Knowing
Yeah.
how
Oh,
this
but you're
week
going
went,
to. What's down there?
maybe.
What are you gonna have?
I don't know. There's some sort of cookies down there.
The dunking ones that you get from Trader Joe's, or you guys
Yeah, actually, they did get those this week. So yeah, maybe.
Oh,
That's
I
probably
know
what I'm gonna
exactly
do.
what you're gonna go do after the show.
Yeah.
You don't drink milk with your cookies, do you?
Well, I'm dunking them, aren't I?
Excuse me. I don't know if you're gonna dunk. I mean, but like, 3-year-olds have cookies and milk. Like,
Wow. Okay. Here we go.
I don't know any adult that actually drinks milk.
You know what? That's bullshit. I know plenty of people that have cookies and
Who
milk.
drinks milk?
All right, this is going to be a poll. I can't wait for this poll.
It is going to be a poll. So I want to know who drinks milk.
Who drinks milk with cookies or cereal? I do. I don't straight up drink milk anymore like that, unless it's like the residue of the cereal or the cookies.
Ew.
Yeah, give me that face, babe.
But you don't get milk in your coffee.
No, I don't.
I see you get almond milk, oat milk, like.
Mm-hmm. Well, I do the lactate-free milk.
Oh, God. Why wouldn't you just put almond milk or
Did
oat
I
milk?
say lactate? Lactate is the brand of milk. It's the one that doesn't upset your stomach.
I don't know. I just drink non-dairy milk. I drink coconut milk, oat milk, or almond milk. And if it's really, really bad, I'll do like a soy milk or something. But that is the last on my list. I don't know anyone that like drinks milk.
Okay. I believe you.
Just to have like a glass of milk with their cookies, Well, actually my parents do, but I feel like that's just like their generation.
Oh, how convenient they throw that out.
I feel like that's their generation. That's all they fucking buy. Is like that's their thing.
I
like
mean,
eggs, bread, and milk.
I mean, we did grow up from that generation, so it obviously was going to come down to us, except for you.
I stopped drinking milk, and my mom, like, she's bought me like soy milk when I was like little because I wouldn't drink milk. Like, listen, the food issues started.
I got it from my dad. My dad is that weirdo. That will drink milk.
Your dad's the weird milk drinker.
Yeah, he'll still drink milk and meals.
All right. Okay. Well, I know you're dreaming about these dunkers, so take us on out of here because you keep changing the name of everything, and I don't know it. So close us out and go get your cookies.
Anyway, thank you for everyone. We are over 150 subs. We're on the road to 200, slowly but surely. As always, thank you for watching us on Thunder and Lightning NY Sports on YouTube, and of course That Sports Network for keeping us on their channel. And of course, you can follow us at TNL_NYS on Instagram. Please like and subscribe. We will see you next week for more hijinks and fun. We are the New York Sports Show, about everything and nothing at all. I am Nikki. I'm kidding.
You wish you were Nikki.
I'm Danny. And of course, next to me is my Elaine Bennis. Nick, have a great night.
Bye.